Against the light-colored background, the letters ACB. Below each letter is its corresponding braille cell. Together for a bright future. Meet ACB board member Gabriel Lopez Kafati with ACB president Dan Spoon. Dan is a white, middle-aged, and clean-shaven man, balding and with white hair at his temples. He wears a red sports shirt.
I'd like to welcome our ACB Board of Director, Gabriel Lopez Kafati from Miami Lakes, Florida. Gabriel joined the board in 2022. And Gabriel, my friend, what a journey you've been on over this last decade plus. Got to know you for the first time at the Florida Council of the Blind when you were a scholarship winner. So, Gabriel, can you tell us a little bit about your vision journey and what brought you to ACB?
Gabriel is a white, bald man who sports a trim beard and mustache and glasses. He has earbuds in each ear, and their cords fall past his dark blue suit coat, white shirt, and light blue tie.
Well, thank you, Dan. It's like you said, it's been quite a journey. I was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa when I was 9 years old. I used to travel to Miami for summer vacations and decided to go to a checkup. Well, I didn't decide. My parents decided to take me for a checkup, and doctors discovered that there was something not so nice there in my retina. So that's when I was officially diagnosed. From there on, I had a pretty good plateau of no progress in my retinitis pigmentosa. But when I got into law school, everything became difficult in terms of reading books. And I noticed that there was definitely something that needed to be addressed. I was able to go through law school in Honduras with the help of my parents, reading books for me, and back in the old day, tape recorders. This is mid-90s. And finally, I went into practicing law. Then that's when my vision started really going downhill, mid-20s, and moved here to the US, came to Miami for a rehab program, and just stayed here. Then one thing led to the other. I started working with one of the companies that I collaborated with as a lawyer in Honduras, and decided to go into business, became distributor of coffee, premium coffee from Honduras, and went back to school here, got my MBA. And that's when I was in school, that's when I encountered both BPI and FCB, and by extension ACB. So I became a scholarship recipient at FCB, and then became involved with BPI. Went to my first convention in Louisville, Kentucky in 2012. Life-changing experience. And from there on, ACB just became an integral part of my life.
Fantastic. So tell us a little bit about your journey to being on the ACB Board of Directors. I know you bring a lot of firsts to our board.
Yes, a lot of first. I always saw the Board of Directors of the American Council of the Blind as like some sort of like, wow, never gonna get there. But as I progressed in my journey through leadership, started off as treasurer in BPI, which is one of ACB's largest affiliates, Blind LGBT Pride International. From there, went to vice president and then became president in 2018. At the same time, I was also inserting myself in some leadership roles locally with the Miami Beach Council of the Blind. I was president for a while, then vice president. I've been the board representative. And then under the presidency of Sheila Young, became chair of one of the committees, the Education, Leadership, and Scholarships Committee. So I think all of that added to my feeling of, I got this. I got this. And every time you accomplish something, you feel so good, because you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for those, to receive the legacy of those who have opened the way for us, and also as a way of continuing the work for those who will come after us. So, like you said, a lot of firsts. I've always had my eye on the, no pun intended, on the ACB board, because to me it was the just like the definite max level of being an influence in the lives of so many Americans, and actually people around the world, as we've seen in the last 3 years, dealing with vision loss. And like you said, at first, I'm a big proponent of diversity. I always said that my idea and my intention of running for a seat at the board of directors was not just to check a box, say, okay, Hispanic, LGBT. So my idea is that I think that I bring a whole set of perspectives that probably are not represented fully at the board level.
Well, I tell you, we really appreciate your perspectives on the board, and you're making a truly significant contribution. As we look
Thank you.
forward to, oh, you're welcome. As we look forward over the next 5 years, I know you've been working hard as part of the Multicultural Affairs Hispanic Subcommittee to really work to bring Spanish language to our organization. And so what do you see? I know we're excited about the fact that our DC Leadership Conference is going to be translated in Spanish
Very.
as well as English during this year's virtual events. What do you see over the next 5 years as our major opportunities and challenges?
Wow. So definitely we have a huge opportunity here with the Spanish content. And I think within the next 5 years, I would like to see ACB become a fully bilingual organization. That's an opportunity and a challenge at the same time, because we know that there are people out there who need us to communicate with them in their preferred language, which is Spanish. And we know the population is huge, the numbers are there. It's just a matter of connecting those two things. On one side, the effort that we're engaging in terms of live translations for our upcoming leadership meetings and president's meetings. And not only that, but expanding the offering in Spanish, and also connecting what we're doing with the beneficiaries of these services, making sure that people are aware, people know that this is what we're doing.
Gabriel, I couldn't agree with you more. And I guess just to leave everybody with a smile on their face, tell me something that you like to do just to have fun. What kind of, what do you do on your weekends when you're not at an ACB or FCB or BPI function, which there's probably about 4 of those a year. Yeah.
Trust me, there's always ACB, FCB, BPI, and some of the other affiliates that I support. Well, I guess it's no secret. I do it every year at convention. I enjoy, if I'm not drinking wine, I'm at least studying about wine, and I'm also looking for new recommendations. I let's say that I nurture my sommelier, my internal sommelier. I also love music. I'm a big fan of opera and different genres of music as well. And unfortunately, then my other way of having fun has become a little bit too expensive, so I had to put a pause on that, which is air travel. I'm just in love of commercial air. Just to me, I'm just gonna tell it as it is. If I wouldn't have been blind or visually impaired, I would have been a commercial airline pilot. That's no question about it.
You love the friendly skies, which aren't quite as friendly as they used to be, huh?
I know. We try to make them friendly, though.
Well, Gabriel, thank you so much. Thank you for being on the ACB Board of Directors and giving of your time, talent, and treasure. We really appreciate your service.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure and my honor.
A logo, ACB in print and braille, American Council of the Blind, together for a bright future.